Imagine raising children you love more than your own life, teaching them to walk, laugh, dream, and then one day, a single piece of paper tells you they were never yours. Not by blood, not by truth, just lies built on love you didn't deserve. That's the day my world shattered, and the day I decided to disappear. It started like any normal morning. Breakfast on the table, laughter in the kitchen, kids arguing about who got the bigger pancake. I watched them with pride, never realizing how fragile that piece really was. My wife looked perfect, smiling, busy, loving. For years I thought we had the perfect family, until the smallest doubt changed everything. It began with a joke from a coworker who noticed my youngest son looked nothing like me. "You sure that's your kid?" He laughed. I brushed it off, but something inside me cracked. That night, I stood in front of the mirror, comparing my face to theirs. The more I looked, the more uneasy I felt. The boys had completely different features. Still, I hated myself for even thinking it. Weeks passed, and I couldn't shake the thought. My wife noticed my silence and asked if something was wrong. I said no, but inside, a storm was building. Finally, after weeks of sleepless nights, I decided to take a DNA test just for peace of mind, I told myself. Just to shut the doubts up. When the results came, I remember my hands shaking as I opened the email. The words didn't even feel real. Probability of paternity, 0%. I stared at it for minutes, unable to breathe. My first thought wasn't anger, it was denial. Maybe it was an error. Maybe I mixed up the samples. So I tested again. Then again. Each time the same result. I tested the other 2 children. Deep down I prayed, please, at least one. But fate was merciless. None of them were mine, not one. 3 little faces I'd tucked into bed every night. Told stories to, sacrificed everything for, all built on lies. When she came home that evening, I sat there with the papers spread on the table. She froze when she saw them. I didn't even have to say a word. Her face said it all. She broke down crying, begging me to listen. She said it just happened. That she didn't mean for it to go this far, that she loved me even if the kids weren't mine. Those words cut deeper than the betrayal. Even if the kids weren't mine? Like she'd been living in 2 realities, one built on lies, the other pretending to be truth. I didn't shout. I didn't throw anything. I just sat there, numb. Years of birthdays, first steps, hospital nights, all flashed through my mind. Every moment, every memory, tainted. I asked her who the real father was. She refused to say. She said it didn't matter anymore. That I was their real dad because I raised them. But love built on deceit isn't love, it's manipulation. That night, I packed a small bag. She followed me through the house, crying, pleading, saying the kids needed me. But I couldn't even look at her. I'd lost everything in one day, the family I thought I had, the future I believed in, the identity I built around being a father. I left without a plan. I drove for hours, stopping only when I couldn't see through my tears. I rented a small apartment across town, no pictures, no laughter, just silence. Days turned into weeks. The kids tried calling. I couldn't answer. What would I even say? Your mom lied and I'm not your dad? How could I destroy their innocence the way she destroyed my heart? Months passed and word got around. Friends stopped calling. Her family blamed me for abandoning the children. No one cared about the truth. To them, I was the villain. But deep down, I knew staying would have killed me slowly. Revenge, it came quietly. I filed for divorce, sent the DNA results to my lawyer, and walked away with my dignity intact. The courts ordered child support at first, until the truth set me free. I owed her nothing, not a cent. She lost the house, the respect of her own parents, and eventually the man she cheated with. Years later, I saw her by chance at a grocery store. She looked tired, older, like the lies had eaten her alive. She tried to speak, but I just nodded and walked away. Some wounds don't heal with time, they simply stop bleeding. As for the kids, they're grown now. They reached out recently, asking to meet. And though I'm no longer their father by blood, I realized something: love doesn't vanish that easily. I didn't betray them. I was betrayed with them. Maybe one day we'll sit down and talk, not as father and children, but as people hurt by the same lie. Until then, I live in peace, finally free from the shadow of her deceit. Sometimes walking away isn't weakness, it's survival. If you liked the video, please subscribe and turn on notifications.